Alright folks, welcome to the third video on my channel. Okay, so I've got a tripod now, so a bit more professional. You'll have to excuse the towel. The weather in England at the minute is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so we're talking upon the topic of public speaking. Okay, so I'm leaning into my fears nowadays. Okay, growing up, I used to hate myself, couldn't stand myself, and funnily enough, public speaking was the worst thing. The thing I was just the worst at. I remember in school I used to blush, I was anxious, paranoid, people would laugh at me, all these things. I was basically bullied throughout my entire life. But I've decided now, I'm just going to lean into my fears, okay? And this is what I want to do for my rest of my career, okay? Just to prove every fucker wrong, okay? But then again, they're not the ones paying the bills, so I don't actually care what they think at the end of the day, excuse me. So yeah, how am I progressing in my public speaking, you might ask? Well, every day I've been doing video logs, okay? The ones I post online are like 1 in 99 out of the videos I actually film every single day. But this is how I keep a moral inventory of my progress. You have to excuse my cat if you can hear that. Okay. But yeah, this is how I track my progress. I film myself, post them on socials. I don't really care about the reception, just that they're out there in the world. Okay. We have to not care what people think. Okay. People have preconceived notions of who I am and what I used to be. And I'm having to constantly tell them that I'm no longer that. Okay. I was unmedicated bipolar. And I thought the only way to make money in this world and make it was property management and property investment. What a load of nonsense. The people that make it in those industries are the ones that are fucking insane with people. So I think I've already said this loads of times, but here's how I'm progressing my public speaking. My intention is to slowly ease into it. So at the minute I'm purely digital. Okay, I'm just doing videos online. Actually, that's a lie. So I do Zooms as well on Alcoholics Anonymous. Okay. When I was in rehab, I obviously did physical AA meetings, Alcoholics Anonymous, all in Cornwall. Okay. Excuse me. But and yeah, if anyone's a member of Alcoholics Anonymous in Cornwall, they'll know it has a huge following. All right, 50 to 60 people show up to the events, and yeah, there's a lot of inspirational stories. People with 30 plus years of sobriety from alcohol. Okay, it's just amazing. Yeah, so where am I in my recovery? I'm now 6 months sober from alcohol, but the duration doesn't matter. I'm sober ad infinitum through Christ, because that's my career. Okay, well, part of it, a portion. Okay, I'm literally studying Alcoholics Anonymous Big Book. I want to know it like the back of my hand. Okay, where am I? Yeah, I'm okay now when it comes to my mental health. Okay, when I say, I'm all this, like, I don't want things, that's a lie. I do want things. But basically, I thought my entire reputation was tarnished. Okay, because yes, in the future, I'm going to be worth a fortune, and there will be photos and things that will surface about me that will try to make me look like a demon, when actually I was in manic psychosis. Okay, I was extremely unwell, but yeah, just know I'm doing better now. And it's not about me at the end of the day. That's another thing about bipolar, right? When we're unmedicated, we think it's all about us. It's not. Okay, I was constantly looking for self-pity, and I was never receiving it. Everyone was like, "Are you okay? Please get help." But yeah, at least I'm self-aware now, I suppose. All right. Yeah, so my idea of how I'm going to progress public speaking is, I've already recorded this. I start with just telling one person in real life what I want to do in my life, okay? And then 2, then 5, then 10, then 15, 20, so on and so on. So a lot of people, they'll go into public speaking just going straight into like a room full of like 100 odd people, 200 plus, maybe 1,000, and they're probably shitting it. And can you blame them? Okay? I feel like you should like ease into it, but that's just my way of thinking, because I think it will work in the long term. But yeah, what else was I going to say? I was going to say there's all sorts of forms of public speaking. Okay, so I was thinking like how, let's say you're a teacher, for example, in a school. That's a form of public speaking. Another example, let's say you're in a rock band and you're a vocalist. That's also public speaking. Okay, there's so many forms of it. Okay, it doesn't have to be this formal suit and tie. Oh, look at me, I'm selling Bitcoin. Oh, look, I'm trying to show you a fucking course. Nope, it doesn't have to be like that. Okay, this to me is how I'm getting my confidence. Okay, there's so many things in my career that I'm really excited to announce, and just I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, it's stressing me out. I don't know if you can tell, but that's okay. It's all part and parcel of the process of being self-employed. But I don't agree. I don't agree to the term self-employed. No one's self-employed, because who pays you? I think it's a load of nonsense. But I was going off topic there. But yeah, where are we? I've made a few notes, but this is just what I was planning to do for my entire career. I don't know if you can see that. It's probably all inverted. But yeah, so here's what I've wrote. Now, I don't know if you know about Dr. Gabor Mate from Canada. Okay, so he has a PhD. He's a doctor, all right, who studied addiction and ADHD for his career. My intention is to study psychology in bipolar disorder and other famous characters, but there's other characters I refuse to talk about, like Russell Brand, for example. I've cancelled him. I'm sorry, Russell. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like enough has been said about him, okay, on the news, etc., etc. But anyway, let's have a look. What else? Eventually, I don't know when it will happen, but I want to work with the Bipolar UK charity, okay? Who knows? But I don't know how, and in what capacity I want to work with them. But eventually I want to see if I can become the CEO of Bipolar UK. I've never had a CEO role in my life, but bipolar and being sectioned is one of the most important things that ever happened to me, because now I can be the person I want to be. And I feel like I'm going to reduce the stigma behind bipolar disorder. Okay, because we know of Kanye West, for example, he's expressed sadness about the fact that he refused his meds, and he was cancelled as a result. But he's already said that he's expressed a bit of sadness, and yeah, every action has consequences, even for billionaires. Funnily enough, okay. So yeah, he's getting the full brunt of that. But luckily, I got to see him in Amsterdam on his birthday, so that was good. Anyway, let's have a look. Blah blah blah. So yeah, I'm also going to discuss fictional bipolar characters. Okay, I forgot her name in BoJack Horseman. What's her name? You know, the one that tries to kill herself with pills, stuff like that. Stuff like, Kurt Cobain. I'm going to be discussing songs like, Lithium from Nirvana, bipolar disorder albums, I don't know. Don't know if you've ever heard of Fear of a Blank Planet by Porcupine Tree. That's another album about bipolar. What else? Yeah, I'm just going to be discussing all sorts of things. Okay, just basically around bipolar disorder. So tune in. And yeah, looking forward to continue to make videos. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there because I've just gone over 10 minutes. Okay, thank you for tuning in. Take care of yourselves. Okay, goodbye. Until the next video, take care.